G'day YouTubers, how are you? Was here. Thought I'd just catch up and go for a little ride and say hello. Nice day at the beach. Might even get a wave in the Savi. So let's go. Life's been pretty good. If you have been following my channel, you know my last video was my 2-year video, 23,000 Ks, 2 years, 2 front tyres, and I just changed to a 3rd one. So my first one was the factory tyre, the S20. My second ones were the S20Rs, which are just a little bit better, I guess, pretty well the same. And then at the rear I've just changed to a Dunlop dual purpose half track tyre. So anyway, you can see that. They're supposed to be good, those blokes. So the MT-10s are been running well, and we went through that. Before that, I've got a track day video. I guess my next video after this one will be the one more track day video where I'm getting used to Morgan Park. And it's after lunch, the session. After lunch in the last 3 sessions I really had a blast. It was bloody, I can't say enough about how fun Morgan Park is. And with the S20R tyres, I've done a few track days on them. The rear would squiggle a little bit when you started to get it lit up, and with this new tyre it just drove hard. And the front, I've still got the front S21F, I think they are, on the front, and I've had no problem with this. Well, when it runs out I might look at something different as well. Not many waves. So I rode this bike to Warwick. It's about 3 hours 40 minutes, and spent the night there and rode the next day. I mean, it was such a buzz. Cruise control made life easy, so easy. It was just the ultimate. I couldn't have been happier. I'm so stoked that I've got this bike. It just performs everything. See, right now I'm in A mode. If I was to change, oh, there's a couple of little waves. I might be able to get a little wave in. I'm mainly in A mode in this bike. Anyway, enough about that. You can check out my videos on that, that's all good. So how's everyone keeping? Are your bikes running well? Whatever you ride, it's a great time to be riding. We'll have a quick look down one of these streets, eh? Sort of like that was Happy Valley. This is Kings Beach, Caloundra. There's whales out and about at the moment. been noticing in Queensland that lately there's been a lot more police presence, and they're targeting bike riders a lot more. Noise pollution, checking your bike for how much you've modified it. I'm glad that I just stuck to the aquapovic muffler and I haven't gone any further. I've kept my tail tidy, and they'll even ping you for that. Now apparently there was a guy that I checked on Facebook, which I wanted to talk to you about a while ago, and he got pinged for a loose helmet strap, which I thought was really weird. He said he was undoing it, the police officer pinged him, but I mean, it's a little odd. I think it was South Australia, and he got done for 4 points and like a $500 fine. Honestly, a $500 fine for a loose helmet strap. You know, you'd think that, well, fair dinkum, you know, if you're a police officer, you think you could be nice enough to say, mate, how's your helmet fitting you, alright? And if it was a defect, really? You couldn't just say, oh, how about you get a new helmet and come into the police station in the next 24 hours and sort it out? So yeah, we've had a few, and I see there's a lot more motorbike police around now. And let's face it, on any bike, it's not hard to lose your licence. Well, we go down here and have a look. I've been down here a while ago, did a video down here. But today we're just having a look around, scratching around. See, you launch your boat there, down there, and there's wooden pieces across the deck there, and I've seen guys at night with much bigger waves come in and just slide their boat up the ramp, and that's it, done. Just wheel it on the back of the trailer and Bob's your uncle. She's a very still day today. So, you know, I think the power sometimes goes to some people's head in relation to law, because fair suck of the sav, that's a bit dodgy. I'd be really ropeable if I got pinged for a loose helmet strap. $500 for a loose helmet strap. You know, I reckon you could burglar someone's joint, rape their missus, and you'd get less. Just stupid. That's law gone stupid, and that's just really is a disappointing thing to hear people that have had to endure that. And of course, you'd really want to take that to court, but I mean, you got to take time off work, all the stress and anxiety of that happening to you. I mean, seriously, law gone mad. That's law gone mad. Anyway, enough of that. Another thing I wanted to talk about. When I was travelling out, in my last video I mentioned the lights on the MT-10 aren't as good as what you'd like, and I think that perhaps the new model, I'll change that anyway. But overall, the best. $7 coffee and muffin. This is Shelley Beach. There's another coffee van that goes down here Fridays, Saturdays and Mondays, called Waz's Ice Cream and Coffee Van. I know the bloke, he's good. So if you're ever at Shelley Beach at Caloundra and you mention Waz's Ice Cream Van, or you mention Was a sports cruiser rides. You never know. You might get an upgrade. Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays. Anyway, travelling out bush. Moffat Beach. Nice shops. Wow, what a still day. Just beautiful. You could be just paddling whatever you wanted out there. Well, that's it still has. A couple of board riders out there, not many waves, but oh yeah, there's a wave. Woohoo! It's a slowie, but it's a good one. Alright. There you go. You can see that surely. Oh, they're just nice little things, aren't they? Look at him floating on the wave. Anyway, enough of that, let's head back. Got things to do, places to go. Gotta get some exercise in myself. Fall off the bike. Surfer. There we go. Should be able to see that. Nice slow-mo wave. Yeah, that's where I've got to be. Gotta go home and get my board now. Alright. So MT-10 performs well at the track. It does feel like it doesn't have the same type of clearance as what a sports bike would, but you know, it's Jesus, what a great all-rounder. She just does her job beautifully, cruise control all the way there, go racing, bring all your gear, pack it back on and ride home. How good is that? So yes, back to our lights. The lights on the MT could be a bit better, and I think in the newer models you'll probably see that. You are talking about performance bikes here. You know, these things are quick, so I think that when you sort of dip around in a corner, they do dip. And you lose sight of the road, and it's dark, and that's really scary. And when you think about all the critters in Australia, and I don't know about in your countries around the world, but I'll try and rattle off some of the things that was going on in my mind. We have a lot. Alright, so let's start with wild dogs and dingoes. You mightn't see them much on the road, but they'll come. They'll be there. Rabbits, emus, camels, different types of kangaroos, and I mean some really big kangaroos we've got. Emus. Emus are pretty big. I wouldn't want to eat one of them either. Cows. Cow shit. They're big. I've run over cow poo. Cow shit. In fog. Went around the corner of my old Harley, and all of a sudden the front and back wheels slipping. I'm like, what the heck just happened? That took me till I got home to realise what happened. Emus. Emus are something else. We've said rabbits. What about lizards, snakes, wombats, spiny anteaters? I mean, the list just goes on and on. So having good lighting and being aware of the animals on the road and keeping your speeds right to accommodate that is a great thing. And the main reason I go to the track is you can't really take the performance and use it on the street, can you? It's just a little hard. These things here, they'll cruise, they'll do everything you want them to, and then they'll perform when you want them to. And to take that and translate that onto the street, well, sooner or later you're going to come undone. Whether the coppers get you, or an animal gets you, or a corner gets you where you just don't anticipate it. But in the end, you're going to get caught. So take it to the track, I reckon. Have some fun. Have your fun. Be respectful of your corners. Get a little bit of momentum going. Keep it safe. And go and have a track day. Or, as they say, a ride day. Now, a ride day isn't the same as racing at a track. A ride day is just you going out there and practicing how to become a better rider on the track, because you don't have restrictions. The only restrictions are what your bike's capable of, which very few people can do, and what you're capable of. And that's the big one. I see a few Harleys out there, you know, good on them for having a go. I really enjoyed my time I spent at Lakeside on my previous Harley. That was so good. And I just did a braking and cornering course at Lakeside, and I mean, it was just, that's what gave me the addiction to say, you know what, I think I'm able to have a faster bike in my life, and I'm able to learn more and be a better rider with it. And I've achieved those goals with this bike. 2 years, couldn't be happier, achieved those goals. So anyway, I guess the question is, how are your laws over your way? Anything that you've heard that's just a little unacceptable, like they couldn't be a bit nicer about it? And what type of animals do you have over your way? What type of animals, not to mention human beings, they're always dodgy on the best of times. But what type of critters come out on your roads that you have to watch? Now, there's heaps of different things you've got to think about. Not only animals, but dirt, and it just keeps going. So there it is.